This video is brought to you by Robinhood, the investment brokers that let you buy stocks, ETFs, and cryptocurrencies all commission free. There's still time to take advantage of this historic 2020 stock market crash, and if you sign up using the link in the description below, you'll instantly receive one free stock without even depositing a single penny. No, this still isn't my real portfolio, but I have added to it a bit, like the stock on your screen. That's Cody. They make like makeup, Revlon, stuff like that. What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got some good action-packed back and forth duels for you guys to check out. I can make you a promise, none of these duels will feature Needle Fighter, Numeron, or Invoked cards, which in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty much impossible to have a duel without one of those three things. Also, I guess Red Eyes Dart Dragoon, that would be like the fourth horseman of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Apocalypse at this point. But yeah, we won't have any of those, just some decks that you haven't seen in quite some time. And if you guys appreciate me putting in the effort so that you guys don't see the same old duels every single day, do me a favor and give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me know that you guys are enjoying the videos, and also it helps the channel grow and it helps with the YouTube algorithm. So we've got the Power Ranger deck, Super Quantums, a deck that I still like Super Quantums. I like their aspect, I like their theme. I think, this is just my opinion, I think Nibiru really destroyed this deck, because I can't think of any ways to summon Great Magnus under 5 summons, and I feel like Nibiru's existence just threatens this deck, to be honest. They're gonna need a card that can negate monster effects in the hand if they want to ever be put back on the map. Then we have this is not quite rank 10 trains. Well, it is, but it also runs some ancient gear cards in here. I guess you can kind of say it's like one big mesh of a deck, so it's just like a bunch of machines doing a bunch of, you know, OTK machine type deal things. Anyways, Super Quantums, the Power Ranger deck, is up first, and you guys know that when you're playing Super Quantums, your main goal is just to get Great Magnus on field as quickly as possible. If not, I would say drop the White Xyz, because that one has effect negation, but it's not like effect negation in the hand. It's basically this. It's effect Veiler built into an Xyz monster. Now, this isn't the greatest turn 1 board. You do have disruption against a spell and trap on the field, but against Ancient Gears, that's like the last thing you want to do is blow their spell and traps up, because then they're gonna like summon monsters. So it's actually super useless in this matchup. Anyways, all the machine monsters are going down. I didn't understand this at all. He says, Cap, you can't tell me what to do. I'll clearly just destroy his cards and he won't do nothing about it. Okay, you destroy these Ancient Gear spells and traps at your own risk, at your own peril, as they say. And he is gonna summon some monsters. Thank goodness he had the effect Veiler, because if not, there was a decent chance that he could have lost this duel right here and now, or maybe his opponent might have summoned like True King of all Calamities on him, and that probably just would have won the duel. So yeah, good effect Veiler right there. He is ultimately still going to be able to destroy his Gear Town, so technically I guess he could still drop True King of all Calamities if he has another Reactor Dragon in his deck. One of the good things about running Reactor Dragon, now he doesn't unfortunately, but he did get a couple of searches with Ancient Gear Box and then the Infinite Track Anchor Drill. Is it me, or did this card go to like $30-$40 or something? It went to like some insane price. Anyways, back to the front is going to bring back the red layer, and I don't know, maybe he'll be able to turn that into the red Xyz, start popping monsters and whatnot. He has an Upstart Goblin, which is going to get him another red layer, but he's going to use that to summon the white layer, the White Ranger. So now he can actually, he's got like 4 Rangers on the field. He can do some stuff. He's going to go into their link 3. Keep in mind, every time a monster is special summoned to its link point, well, one of the one of their Xyzs, you do get to draw a card, and basically you can like discard cards to kind of rank up, then just draw cards as you are, you know, going through the process. Anyways, still no sign of Great Magnus yet. Usually I would think you're in bad shape if you haven't dropped Great Magnus, 3 turns into the duel. He is going to have Gustav Max dropped on him, so that's 2,000 burn. And here comes Lib. She's the game ender, but he is going to go ahead and use that effect Veiler effect. Now I think that Duracrane actually popped the white layer, so that was unfortunate, but this is pretty cool. Watch what he's going to be able to do. Actually, no, I don't think he's going to use it right now. It might be in a later turn. Anyways, his opponent's going to continue on. And he's actually going to make Titanic Galaxy. I thought the game was probably going to be over here. Yeah, this was the card that saved him. The Super Quantum Alpha and Call. This card, when one of your when one of your Super Quantum cards is destroyed, you get to summon an Exceed monster from your extra deck, which is kind of nice. It's like a nice way of getting a monster. If it wouldn't have been, if the Link monster wouldn't have been destroyed and he would have special summoned to its link point, he would have been able to draw a card, by the way. It never says you have to rank up. Anyways, he is going to pop Titanic Galaxy, so that didn't really do anything. And finally, 4 turns into the duel, Great Magnus has arrived. I don't think that's a good sign if you're dropping Great Magnus 4 turns into the duel, but he should be able to spin, live back to the extra deck, and I think he's in a really good position. But it's not over yet because, you know, the Ancient Gear deck does have Catapult, plus they have Gear Town, and that's basically a full combo right there. But maybe Effect Veiler can keep him in this game, or the spin ability. This was actually a really smart play. The spin ability of Great Magnus. He is going for the Catapult to try to destroy his own Gear Town, but he's just going to use the effect of Great Magnus. He's going to spin the Gear Town back, basically getting rid of like 2 birds with 1 stone. Then he's going to hit him with that Effect Veiler. Unfortunate. The Pegasus now is stuck as a level 4 monster, which means he also can't exceed, because if he would have been able to exceed here, I think he can probably win the game. But luckily, he still does have this little broken boy, but guess what? Doesn't have the life points. I think he's just trying to scare him with the Verde Anaconda. Trying to make his opponent scoop. He scoops it up because he realizes, oh crap, I don't got 2,000 life points, so there's nothing really that I could do. I wonder if he had a sleeve up his trick, or if he had a sleeve up his trick. If he had a trick up his sleeve, maybe he could go for like Ancient Gear Fusion. I'm trying to think of what he could have done with this card to like actually somehow win the game, unless he's of course running the Red Eyes Dragoon package and he had like Red Eyes Fusion in his deck, then maybe. Anyways, next couple of duels. We got Cosmo, old school favorite. Well, it's not an old school favorite. It's from what? The Dark Illusion? It's not that old. Anyway, it's going to be doing against Ultimaya Felgrand. You guys know Ultimaya Tzolk'in was not playable in Master Rule 4. Just really was not a card that you could even use. And, you know, the Cosmo deck looks like it's off to a decent start. Usually Artifact Scythe can be a win condition, but Felgrand doesn't really rely on its extra deck. Not nearly as much as you might think. They just kind of rely on a bunch of big old dragons doing all the work, and he's not going to get that much accomplished in his first turn. His opponent has the Scythe and has the Forerunner, but Forerunner is a card that, man, once it's already on field, it doesn't really do that much except give you life points, so it's not exactly the greatest card. He'll pop Ravine, and now he'll start attacking his opponent, but he can't get over this right here, the Dragon Core Hexter, mainly because her 3,000 booty, and she actually does help you go into Ultimaya Tzolk'in because she just happens to be a level 8 tuner, which I don't know why she's a tuner at that point. Honestly, I feel like her entire purpose is just to go on Ultimaya Tzolk'in. Another card you don't really see all that much, but still very strong, Amorphous Goliath. It's interesting, both of these players are trying so hard to lock the other player out of the extra deck, not realizing that like neither one of them really use the extra deck. He's gonna use Return of the Dragon Lords and just pass it up. 3,000 attack versus 3,000 defense. Who wins? It's actually a draw. Come on, you guys knew that. He's gonna activate Danger Bigfoot, and now finally able to get something going. Goes for Ultimaya Tzolk'in, sets the Dragon Ravine, and now game's pretty much over. Once you got the Crystal Wing against Cosmos is just like too strong, because it doesn't matter that you can't target some of their big ships, you can just constantly negate them and stop them from ever hitting the field. Then on top of that, Archbrave Dragon summons the Divine Lord Felgrand, and I don't know if I see the Cosmo player winning. He's gonna scoop it up, and we are going to go to game 2. Game 2, I think, actually might be a little worse for Cosmo. He's going first once again, and he opens with Farm Girl plus the Cosmo Slip Rider. Now, he could have just Raigekki'd him, but the interesting thing about Felgrand, if you ever played the deck, you would rather run over monsters than actually attack your opponent directly, because when you run over monsters, Felgrand's effect activates and you get a free monster reborn. So you actually make more advantage and actually more damage by attacking over the Gamecill than just Raigekki'ing your opponent. Put you in a better position. Plus, you get to follow up with Ultimaya Tzolk'in and go for a card that basically, I'm not sure Cosmo can kill this. Bills is a very difficult card for Cosmo to kill. I guess they have Cosmojo. If they don't have that, I don't think that they actually have an out other than like going to Borreload Dragon. But when's the last time you guys seen Cosmo go into a card like Borreload Dragon? Anyways, he is going to go for that Danger Bigfoot and summon the Crystal Wing from his extra deck with Ultimaya Tzolk'in, and I feel like this is a wrap. Cosmo is a deck that has strong individual cards, but as an archetype, it would definitely need some more support if it was ever going to be what it once was. Anyways, we'll go ahead, show you guys the decks for any of you out there who are interested. First up, we got the Power Rangers, the Super Quantums, and kind of looks fairly standard. I'm not sure that I'm used to seeing 3 copies of Back to the Front, but if you do want to summon these Power Ranger monsters over and over and over again, I guess Back to the Front is an easy way of doing that. This is another card that is a thing that I think this is part of the support from Dark Neostorm. Not used to seeing this in their main deck, but I mean, I'm not an expert in Super Quantum, so I'm not going to knock that. Anyways, again, these of course will be in the description below. And then we have the Felgrand Ultimate Tzolk'in deck, which basically everything in this deck is going to be level 8, very similarly to what are those, the Golden Castle decks, where you play a bunch of danger monsters and then a bunch of level 8s. This is pretty much the same exact concept. The only things that are not going to be level 8s are pretty much going to be like hand traps, stuff like that. Card of Demise, really nice to see. I've seen Felgrand builds in the past that did run Card of Demise, but it's at 1. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, you enjoyed the duels, thank you guys very much, and don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe if you have not already.